Hi, in this video series, you're going to learn what tools you need to get started branding videos for either affiliate marketing purposes or for other purposes such as selling your own products or building your opt-in list. To get started, the tools that you're going to need are actually quite easy to use. The first tool that I want to talk about is a program called NVU. It's WYSIWYG, which is basically what you see is what you get. So if you've used a tool such as Microsoft Word, then you're going to find that this tool is quite easy to use. So it doesn't matter if you're a newbie and you don't know anything about HTML, this tool is great because it's going to allow you to add the videos to a single web page and brand that single web page with your affiliate ID or anything else that you want. And of course you can find this tool by going to google.com, searching for NVU. And the fastest way to download the program is if you go down, you find the page that says download.com/NVU. If you go directly to that page, you're going to find the download link right immediately. So if we scroll down a little bit, you can see the download now. Simply click on that, download the file, install it, and you can run it. And just to show you what it looks like, this is what NVU looks like. Very easy to use. Very easy to create affiliate video branded pages, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Now there is another tool that I would highly recommend that if you really don't want to use NVU is good for customization, but let's say that you want to go ahead and speed the process up. There's a tool that I will talk about later down the road at the last video that will help speed the process up very quickly. Now I'm going to show you as much shortcuts as possible, so you skip the learning curve and you go straight to the shortcuts that you can reuse down the road. So the second tool that I would highly recommend is a program called Camtasia. If you haven't heard of Camtasia, it's a really good tool to use. But as far as branding videos, it makes it easy. However, it is a paid tool. So if you go to google.com and you do a search for Camtasia Studio, if you go to techsmith.com, which is likely to be the first search, if you go to that page, you're going to see Camtasia Studio. Camtasia Studio creates really stunning videos, and it's actually not as hard to use. Now it depends on what you want to do. If you want to brand the video extensively and you want to make the video itself redirect, then this tool can be used. There's a lot of tools out there that actually deal with the videos that are very basic, such as Adobe Premiere Elements. You know, something that's so simple that if you have Windows, most likely you're going to have Windows Media Maker, even if you have an old computer such as Windows ME or Windows 98. So let me show you how you can access that area. So for example, let's go to my computer and then locate it in the program files folder. If you scroll down a little bit, program files, and then we're looking for Movie Maker. So it's in the M section. If we go down here, we can see Movie Maker here. So if we go ahead and open that up here, this is Windows Movie Maker. And as you can see, it's quite simple. You can import videos, which in this case you would need to have access to either a Windows Media file, WMV, or an AVI file, which generally, if you're getting a private label video, they should provide some sort of AVI file because it's universal. So you can import video, you can import pictures, and by being able to produce, logos, pictures that you can brand, this is actually how you can brand a video very easily. And we'll actually go into depth on how to use that later on. Now, if you're concerned as to what file format Windows Movie Maker takes, you can always open it or import video, say import video, and you click on this, and generally you can find out what the program can take. So for video files, we can automatically notice that it can take AVI, MPEG, M1V, MP2, MPEG. But generally it's going to be AVI, MPEG, or MPEG. And it can also take audio and music files or picture files, which you can see here, JPG, JPEGs, and GIF files, and PNG and BMP, which are the general picture files. And of course, if you're using a Macintosh computer, more likely you're going to have a program on your computer anyways that deals with audio and video, because Macintoshes are great for audio and video. So in that case, if you're just doing something simple, then I would highly Windows Movie Maker. Versus using Camtasia, do so much more with Camtasia. And there's another program called Adobe Premiere Elements 3.0. It's not the Adobe Premiere program that's extremely high-tech and has a huge learning curve. It actually is quite easy to use. So if you don't want to pay for Camtasia, which is $300, you want to use Adobe Premiere Elements 3, by itself, this product is pretty old, but it's pretty useful to use, and it can create a lot of cool stuff. So as you can see here, you can buy it now for 40 bucks. But in that case, you really don't need to use stuff like Sony Vegas or Sony big programs such as that. We can keep it as simple as possible, but I'd highly recommend just to use Windows Movie Maker or Camtasia if you can get it. But Adobe Premiere Elements is just as good. So I'll show you how to use Adobe Premiere Elements to do the branding process as well. So the tools that you need is NVU for sure, and one of the below, Windows Movie Maker, Adobe Premiere Elements 3.0, or Camtasia Studio.